Brass Attacks is a new sidearm that's been added into the game as part of the Battlegrounds set of weapons, and today I'm going to have a look at the weapon and the stats, the perks, the god rolls to chase, plus how to get Brass Attacks in Destiny 2. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below for all the latest Destiny 2 content and turn on notifications by hitting that bell. Well, Brass Attacks is a legendary energy sidearm, and it's aggressive, meaning it's a hard-hitting 2-burst fire sidearm. So looking at the stats, we got 56 for impact, 47 for range, 44 for stability, 42 for handling, 34 for reload speed. It's a 325 rounds per minute sidearm with 25 in the magazine. And other comparable sidearms in the energy slot are Drang, which has a slightly slower rate of fire at 300 RPM, and the Fool's Remedy is another one. That's got a slightly faster RPM at 450, although this is a Suros rapid fire frame rather than an aggressive burst. I don't seem to have any other aggressive burst sidearms in my vaults. There may have been Sunset, or I just don't keep hold of them. But the feedback around Brass Attacks has been good from the community, with True Vanguard, an absolute sidearm specialist, singing its praises. Next up, let's have a look at the perks and the god rolls to chase. So for PvE, Feeding Frenzy and Sympathetic Arsenal would be a good choice, and also this is the most popular combination of perks out there in the community at the moment. Rapid Hit and Rampage is also a very good choice for PvE, and also Overflow and Dragonfly is a decent roll. So if you're looking out for various combinations for PvE, try out those three. For PvP, Killing Wind and Wellspring would be a decent roll. Well, next up, let's have a look at how to get Brass Attacks. And to get this one, it is a random drop from the end of Battlegrounds, and it's also on the Season Pass at rank 45. But the main difference this season is you don't need to get to Season Pass rank 45 to get it to drop for you in activities. Previously, you did have to unlock it from the Season Pass before it dropped, or it was added into the loot pool for you, but now you don't have to do that. So when it drops in the Season Pass, everyone should get Surplus and Rampage as a roll, but then you can get random rolls from the subsequent drops of the weapon. So one thing to note, if you do enjoy using sidearms, then there is a Charge with Light mod called Surprise Attack. And it's a great mod to use if you're using a sidearm in your builds. So Surprise Attack says while Charged with Light reloading or readying a sidearm will consume all stacks of Charged with Light and convert them into stacks of a major damage buff, which are depleted as you damage combatants with that sidearm. But it does give you a -10 on the intellect, so it is worth noting that. So to get Surprise Attack to work, you do need to be Charged with Light, which you can do in a couple of ways. So you can use Taking Charge, where you get Charged with Light by picking up orbs, or you could use one of the new Elemental Well mods. There's Elemental Charge, and you can pick that up from the Helm War table. If you're looking for the Charge with Light mods, then make sure you visit Banshee 44 every day in the tower, as he's always got some new mods available. So we've had a look at the weapon, the stats, the perks to chase and how to get it. Finally today, I wanted to have a look at the Brass Attacks lore. So this season we've had some really interesting stuff on the lore tabs, and this one is no different. So Brass Attacks lore, if looks could kill, you wouldn't even have to aim this thing. And that one is from Banshee 44. Banshee 44 hefted the sidearm, testing its balance with his metal grip. Nice piece of work. He pulled the slide and peered through the ejection port. The barrel was true and the spring assembly was smooth as silicon. The brass plating and the custom Picatinny rail were classy touches too, just his speed. Construction Redjacks had pulled the pistol from the build site of the helm, and some of their deeper combat coding must have kicked in because they brought the piece to him directly. Banshee wondered how long this beauty had been stuck in the rubble. Hell, maybe it was buried there intentionally, evidence of some evil deed from way back. Any dirt on this hardware was long forgotten by now. Banshee set to disassemble the gun, his hands working faster than the eye could follow. In just a few seconds, he had it in constituent parts on his bench, and he scanned the surface of each component looking for the maker's mark. There, a tiny inscription on the trigger pin, almost imperceptible even to his digital eyes. He examined the pin through his loop. The mark read B-44.4.C-6. Seemed like a part number. I guess he'd never know who crafted it. It really was a hell of a piece though. Whoever made it had a real eye for the game. Wherever you came from, he thought, it's time to find you a new home. Well, really interesting stuff there in B444C6. I wonder who that is. Another little interesting mystery there. And let me know what you think down in the comments of brass attacks, and also let me know what roles you got. But that is it for this guide on how to get brass attacks in Destiny 2. And as always, thank you so much for watching. For more Destiny 2 content like this, hit that subscribe button down below and subscribe to This Week in Video Games. If you want to join the community, check out the Discord link in the description, or you can follow me on Twitter at TWIVG Podcast. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful, liking and sharing the video would really help me out. Otherwise, check out the other videos on the channel. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.
Antagonizing both the Hive and our Vanguard.
Smells like desperation. Perhaps Keitel will cut a deal after all. One that's more to Zavala's liking.
Desperate creatures cannot be trusted.
You may not trust the Cabal to make peace, but I trust the Hive to kill us all if we don't.